Hi and welcome to the next tutorial. In today's lesson we'll learn how to use the layer mask tool in Photoshop to recreate something like this. So anyways guys, let's jump in. So we're here in Photoshop and we have two pictures open. We've got this coffee cup scene and we also have this stormy kind of sea-ish scene. So what we're going to do is we are going to highlight this whole wavy scene. We're just going to press Ctrl A to highlight it all, Ctrl C to copy, and we're just going to paste it on top of our coffee cup scene. So once we've done that, we then need to come over here and we need to grab the elliptical marquee tool and we're going to hold shift and we're going to draw out a perfect circle. Once we've done that, we need to come over here and we need to create a layer mask. And so now it's created a mask in the shape of the circle that we've just drawn out, which is pretty cool. Now if I come over here and grab the move tool and move it, it all moves together. So what I need to do is, firstly I just need to resize it by pressing Ctrl T and then just, putting it to the right size of that actual coffee cup. And when you get it to a size that you think is alright, but you just want to nudge it around a little bit, you can use the arrow keys on your keyboard. So I'm just going to make that slightly bigger and I'm just going to move it into place. And when you're done, all you need to do is press enter. Now if you want to change the position of the picture, you will need to unlock this. And then you can come over here, make sure you're on that layer, click the move tool, and now you can move the picture without affecting the rest of the actual mask. So then when you're finished with that, then you can just lock it again so that if you do move it, it all moves together. But I'm not going to do that, so I'm going to undo that. So anyways, so now that we've got that, we need to open up the properties for our layer mask by going to Windows Properties. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on this mask, but I'm going to click on this mask as well. I'm just going to increase the feather. So you can see if I increase the feather and bring it up, you can see that the edges start to become feathered. So we don't need to go to that extreme, just to add a little bit so it softens the edge outside there. So the final thing that we are going to do is we are just going to add some curves. So when I go and click on curves, right, if I go and change some of this, you can see that the whole image gets affected. So what we need to do is we need to make sure that the curves only apply to the layer mask. So we need to hold Alt, make sure we can see this arrow that goes in between both layers, click on it, and now if I press on anything in here, you can see that it only affects the actual layer mask. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop down somewhere around in the middle to make it a little bit darker. And so I'm pretty happy with that, so I can finish that up. So the final thing that we need to do is we just need to take it to our mockup. Now this design is available for free on the internet. I just downloaded it. All we need to do is we can get rid of the text layer. All we need to do is paste our picture into this layer. So what we need to do is we need to make sure that we select all of these layers by holding Control, and then if you right click and go convert to smart object, now it's going to create one smart object that contains all of these items. And so now it's easy to just press Ctrl A to select all, Ctrl C to copy, and we're just going to double click on this smart layer, and then I'm just going to paste it in there. And once it's in there, I then will just need to merge visible so it's all on one layer. And then if I save that, alright, it will now then save it and then put it back into the mockup, which will have a really cool final effect. And so that's the final effect. Our little coffee cup with our little surfer in there on this nice background. Everything's looking pretty cool, and that's about it. So anyways guys, I hope you learned something this lesson. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.